Here is the number that should stop you in your tracks this morning. The UV index across England today is forecast to reach 8 out of 11, classified by the World Health Organization as very high, meaning unprotected skin can begin to burn in fewer than 15 minutes. That is not a summer scare story. That is a medical fact relevant to every single person stepping outside today, Friday the 24th of July, 2026. A sustained European heatwave that has been pushing northward for several weeks has now firmly embedded itself across the British Isles, and if you have travel plans, outdoor events, or simply a long commute ahead of you today, what you learn in the next few minutes could genuinely make a difference to your health and your journey. Stay with us. Let us go region by region because this is not a uniform picture. Across southern England and the Midlands, temperatures are forecast to peak between 30 and 33 degrees Celsius today, placing many counties firmly within Met Office heatwave threshold territory. London is starting the morning in the mid-20s and will build through the afternoon to around 31 or 32 degrees, with high humidity making it feel several degrees warmer than the thermometer suggests. The south-east corridor including Kent, Surrey, Essex, and parts of East Anglia faces the most intense heat of the day, with forecasters pointing to inland locations away from coastal sea breezes as the hottest spots. The Midlands and East Midlands are not far behind, with Birmingham, Nottingham, and Leicester all expecting highs in the upper 20s to low 30s. Moving north, Leeds, Manchester, and Sheffield are sitting in the 25 to 28 degree range, still considerably warm by British standards but slightly more comfortable. Scotland offers a genuine contrast. Edinburgh, where country music star Luke Combs performs at Murrayfield Stadium tonight, is forecast at a far more manageable 21 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Wales is seeing temperatures around 23 to 24 degrees with some cloud, and Northern Ireland is coolest of all at 19 to 21 degrees with a chance of light showers in western coastal areas. This heatwave did not arrive without a trail. A report from CN Traveller in early July flagged that multiple European countries had already issued formal hot weather warnings as an exceptionally strong high-pressure system anchored itself over Western Europe. Nations including France, Spain, Italy, and Belgium, where Formula One teams are gathering this weekend for the Belgian Grand Prix at Spa-Francorchamps, have all been baking under this system for weeks. The underlying meteorological driver is a northward shift in the jet stream, which has allowed a dome of high pressure to trap warm continental air across much of Western Europe with very little movement. That system has now extended its reach over the British Isles. The UK Health Security Agency responded by issuing a Level 3 heat health alert covering much of England earlier this week, the third tier in a 4-level system, which requires NHS trusts, local authorities, and care providers to activate formal heat emergency protocols. This is not a brief warm spell that will pass by tomorrow morning. This is a sustained meteorological event requiring deliberate planning. Heat at these temperatures creates measurable, documented disruption across Britain's travel infrastructure, and today is no exception. Network Rail has warned that sustained high air temperatures can cause rail tracks to reach surface temperatures exceeding 50 degrees Celsius, at which point metal expansion creates a risk of buckling. Speed restrictions have been preemptively imposed on several routes across the southeast and East Anglia as a precautionary measure, meaning journey times on affected lines are longer than normal. Eurostar services through the Channel Tunnel and domestic high-speed services between London Street Pancras and Kent are operating, but passengers should check live departure boards before travelling. On the roads, the AA and RAC have both deployed additional patrol vehicles today, anticipating a rise in tyre blowouts and engine overheating incidents. Both organisations note that breakdown call volumes historically spike by around 20% during heatwave days. At Heathrow, Gatwick, and Manchester airports, operations are currently running to schedule, but terminal queues are longer than average as passengers move more slowly in the heat. If you are travelling into London by the Underground today, be aware that deep tube lines such as the Central and Bakerloo can reach temperatures above 30 degrees in carriages. The Elizabeth Line and London Overground offer significantly better ventilation. Today is a significant day for live events across the country, and the heat adds important logistical layers for anyone attending. In London, Wembley Stadium hosts Bruno Mars as part of his 2026 World Tour. With a capacity exceeding 90,000 people, organizers have confirmed the deployment of additional water distribution points across the concourse and extended shaded waiting areas outside the venue. Doors are expected to open in the early evening, by which point London temperatures should have eased to around 26 to 27 degrees, though the urban heat island effect around Wembley means it will feel sticky and close well into the night. Fans travelling via Wembley Park or Wembley Central Station should allow significantly extra time and download the Transport for London app for live updates. Carry water with you, as stadium water prices are high and queues at concession points will be long. In Edinburgh, Luke Combs takes the stage at Murrayfield Stadium, where guides published this week have highlighted high demand for last-minute tickets and interest in stage times. Edinburgh's 21-degree forecast and light breeze make this a considerably more comfortable outdoor experience, though a brief shower cannot be fully ruled out later in the evening, so a light waterproof layer is worth packing. Let us be direct about the health picture because the risks today are genuine. A UV index of 8, rated very high, means you need to take sun protection seriously before you step outside, not after. Apply SPF 30 sunscreen or higher to all exposed skin before leaving home and reapply every 2 hours, particularly if you are sweating or have been near water. Wear a wide-brimmed hat that shades your face, neck, and ears, and choose UV protective sunglasses rated CE or UV 400. The NHS recommends seeking shade between 11 AM and 3 PM when UV radiation is at its peak. For hydration, aim for 1.5 to 2 liters of water spread across the day rather than consuming large quantities at once. Dark yellow urine is an early warning sign of dehydration and should prompt immediate fluid intake. The groups at highest risk today are people aged 65 and over, young children under 5, and individuals with cardiovascular, respiratory, or kidney conditions. If you are responsible for someone in any of these categories, check on them today, ensure their home is kept cool by closing curtains on south-facing windows during the afternoon, and encourage regular fluid intake even when they say they are not thirsty. Practical preparation makes a measurable difference on a day like today, so here are the steps worth taking right now. If your journey can be shifted to before 9 AM or after 6 PM, do so. Peak heat between noon and 4 PM is when physical strain is greatest and transport crowding at its worst. Carry at least 1 liter of water per person and top up at stations or public water fountains rather than relying on vending machines. Dress in loose, light-colored, breathable fabrics such as linen or moisture-wicking synthetics. Avoid dark colors which absorb rather than reflect heat. If you are driving, check your tire pressure before departure as thermal expansion increases blowout risk, and keep a breakdown kit, a full water bottle, and a basic first aid kit in the vehicle. For rail passengers, download the Trainline or National Rail Inquiries app now and enable push notifications for your route. If you are heading into central London, the Elizabeth Line and the London Overground are your best ventilated options. Purchase tickets in advance wherever possible to avoid queuing in direct sunlight. Looking ahead to Saturday the 25th and Sunday the 26th of July, the high-pressure system shows no sign of retreating quickly. Saturday is currently projected to be the most intense day of this heat sequence, with the Met Office model suggesting that parts of the South East and East Anglia could approach or touch 34 degrees Celsius during the afternoon. UV levels will again reach very high across England. If you have outdoor plans for Saturday, the same preparation advice applies and arguably with greater urgency. Sunday brings the first credible signs of a change in the weather pattern. A trough of low pressure approaching from the Atlantic is expected to introduce cloud and increasingly thundery showers into Wales and Northern Ireland by late Sunday afternoon. England and most of Scotland should remain largely dry through Sunday, but the risk of isolated, intense thunderstorms increases markedly over higher ground including the Pennines, the Peak District, and the Scottish Highlands by Sunday evening. If you are walking, hiking, or camping in any of these areas over the weekend, monitor forecasts closely and have a plan to take shelter quickly if conditions deteriorate. Here is what you absolutely need to carry away from today's briefing. Southern England is experiencing its most intense heat day of the summer so far, with temperatures between 30 and 33 degrees and a very high UV index. Travel disruption on rail is real, roads are riskier than usual, and you should check live updates before any journey today. Major events at Wembley Stadium in London and Murrayfield Stadium in Edinburgh are going ahead, but preparation and hydration are non-negotiable for anyone attending. Protect vulnerable people in your life today. Saturday will be hotter still, and the first thundery breakdown arrives into western areas on Sunday. If this daily briefing helps you plan better and stay safer, subscribe to this channel now. We publish every morning so you are never caught out by British weather again.